What must I do?
I walked into the Tim compound today, and what's playing? Star Trek Next Generation.
I'm a big Tim Pool fan. However, he is always about 3 to 6 months behind on figuring out what is going on. In this video, he talks about a very famous Star Trek The Next Generations episode. At the end of the episode, I will tell you who the torturer is in today's culture. Because Tim still doesn't know, or he hasn't figured out, who the torturer represents in today's culture.
I walked into the Tim compound today, and what's playing? Star Trek Next Generation.
Bro, hold on a minute. The episode that was playing the hour before was the There Are Four Lights.
Tim,
I want to make a There Are Four Lights shirt, but I don't know if
in response to all this nonsense right now that you've been spewing, I'm four-lighting it right now. Four lights.
You're the guy that would say there are four lights.
For those that don't know this,
Winston.
Listen. Let's talk about shared culture. When I was a little kid, I remember sitting on my couch. My dad was watching Star Trek The Next Generation. I understood very little of it. There's a reason why I love that show, and it's because of the philosophy and the storytelling. And let me explain to all of you who don't understand.
And the holodeck.
Let me explain to all of you who don't understand what it means when you say there are four lights. Captain Jean-Luc Picard was captured by enemies, and he was being tortured mercilessly. And the man torturing him had four lights above him. And he asked Captain Picard, how many lights are there? Picard said, there are four. And then he presses a button, activating a torture device, and says, you're mistaken.
You might have saved yourself a great deal of torment by yielding at the beginning.
There are five lights. And no matter how hard he tried to force Captain Picard to say something that was not true, Picard would not do it. I know a lot of people are like, Star Trek's a silly thing. It's a sci-fi show. No. You know what I learned growing up seeing stories like that? There will never be a moment in my life where you come to me and tell me to say something that is not true, and I will say it. I will look you in the eyes and say there are four lights. When you come to me with your stupid fake news garbage and you say, we will ban you, we will destroy you, we will take your income, we will take your life, say there are five lights or else, I'll look you in the eyes and say there are four lights. That's what Star Trek's about.
It seems like
that show was brilliant. And that was a show made by Americans in the 90s, actually 1989. And that was the value being instilled in people at that time. And I grew up with shows like that. Today, they have dogmatic, cult-like garbage they are instilling into people. And they are ruining the classically liberal, defiant, individualistic content that taught us to be good people, to respect one another. Now they're telling us the opposite. Now colleges are segregating people based on race, when Star Trek was the show that they say had the first interracial kiss. Apparently that may be a myth, but it did, and it was important. And there was this really famous story I read about the woman who played Captain Uhura on Star Trek when she was speaking with Dr. King. I don't know if the story is true. I read it somewhere. And maybe it was Dr. King. Maybe I'm getting the story way wrong. And she didn't want to be on the show. And he said, you are fourth in command to a Federation starship. You do not quit that show.
For the first time on television, we will be seen as we should be seen every day. As intelligent, quality, beautiful people who can sing, dance, but who can go into space. Who can be lawyers, who can be teachers, who can be professors, who are in this day, and yet you don't see it on television until now.
Think about the message being sent to little kids about what you represent. Amazing. That was Star Trek. Where are we today?
It's evil woke women today that are telling us there are five lights instead of four. And they're trying to force it down our throats. And these women that are out of order don't have a relationship with the Lord, and therefore they have no moral compass to guide them, and they have no civility.
There are four lights.